If you've ever needed to print a check or a receipt, you know how important it is to write the amount in words. Well, in this video, I'll show you 4 suitable ways to convert any number into words using Microsoft Excel. Hi there, welcome to Excel Demi, where you can learn to use Excel and solve Excel VBA related problems. I am Eshrak Kader, and in today's video, we'll be discussing how to convert numbers to words in Excel. So, let's get started. For this tutorial, I'll be using Microsoft Excel 365. Let's consider the list of numbers dataset, which contains the numbers column and numbers in words column. Here, we want to convert each number in column B into word and return the result in column C. For our first method, we'll combine Excel's left, mid, text and choose functions to convert numbers to words. Now, before we begin, a big shout out to an Excel user named Pete who devised this useful formula. Since this is a very large formula, so first let me expand this formula bar a bit. Now move to the C5 cell and paste the formula. Now press enter, then use the fill handle tool to copy it into the cells below. You can copy this formula from the blog post linked in the description box. Now I'll admit this formula looks menacing at first glance. However, a closer inspection reveals that it is essentially a repetition of this single portion. Now let's break down the first portion and hopefully you will be able to figure out the rest of the formula. First of all, the text function converts the number in the B5 cell in the specific format. Then the left function extracts the leftmost character from this number. Afterward, the choose function replaces this number with the appropriate wording like 1, 2, 3 and so on. Then we have the first if statement which checks if the number is a 0, in which case it will return a blank. The second if statement checks if the next 2 digits are zeros, in which case it displays the text 100, otherwise it displays the text 100 and. That's it. This first portion repeats throughout this entire formula. We can apply the VLOOKUP function to convert numbers to words in Excel. Firstly, we'll have to manually write all the numbers in words in column C. Then move to the C12 cell. Now press enter, type VLOOKUP. The VLOOKUP function takes couple of arguments, first of which is the lookup value, for which we will select the number in the B12 cell. For the table array argument, select B4 to C9 cells. For the column index number, we'll select number in words column, which is column number 2. So I'll enter 2. And lastly, the range lookup argument takes true, which refers to approximate match, or false, which refers to exact match. I'll select false, close the parentheses and press enter, and that's it. For our third method, we'll apply a VBA macro to convert the number to words. As a note, you can copy the VBA codes from the article which is linked in the description below. First, we have to enable the Developer tab. To do this, right-click on the ribbon, choose Customize the ribbon. Now select Developer tab and click OK. Now the Developer tab is visible. Go to the Developer tab and click Visual Basic. You can also use the shortcut Alt plus F11. Now this opens the Visual Basic for Applications window. Now click the Insert tab and select Module. This inserts the Module 1 window where we can write our VBA code. So I'll paste my VBA code here. Before we get the results, let's take a quick overview of how the code works. Here, number converting into words is the main function which takes a number as input. Then, The function divides this input into groups of 3 digits and converts them into words with the help of helper functions. The helper functions are used to return the text representation of a single digit, 2 digits, and lastly 3 digits. Eventually, the main function combines the results from the helper function and returns the number in its equivalent word. Now, let's close the Visual Basic editor and go back to the Excel file. Move to the C5 cell, press equal, type number, converting into words. Select the number in the B5 cell, close the parentheses, now press enter. Use the fill handle tool to copy the formula into the cells below. And that's it, the numbers are now expressed in words. We can also use a VBA macro for wording currencies. In this case, our VBA macro converts the prices in column B into appropriate currency words and returns the result in column C. To apply this, move to the Developer tab, click Visual Basic. This opens the Visual Basic window. Click Insert and select Module. This inserts a new module window named Module 2. Now, let's paste our code here. Let's quickly review how this function works. In this case, convert number into word with currency is the primary function which takes a numerical argument. Then, it uses two auxiliary functions to convert the input into words by splitting them into whole number and a decimal part. Next, it loops through the whole number to convert it into words by adding thousand, million, billion, etc. Finally, the words representing the whole number and the decimal part are joined with appropriate currency labels. To get the result, let's head back to Excel. In the C5 cell, press equal, type convert number into word with currency. In the prices, select the B5 cell, close the parentheses, now press enter. Now use the fill handle tool to copy the formula into the cells below. And finally, the numbers have been converted into appropriate currency words. In this section, we'll explain how to change numbers to text format in Excel. First, select the C5 to C9 cells, click the Home tab. In the Numbers section, click the Number Format drop-down. Choose Text. Here we can see the alignments have changed from right aligned to left aligned, which means that Excel now recognizes these numbers as texts. Don't forget to download the practice workbook from the video description. Try it out for yourself. It's a great way to improve your Excel skills. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. If you have any queries, suggestions or feedback, leave a comment down below. For more information, you can also visit exceldemy.com. Also, to see more helpful content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hope to see you next time. Bye!